opportunity to go to a community college. And Jerry Brown wants to look at our state colleges and our universities, because he wants to build the next generations of leaders right here in California. And the only way it's going to be done is through education. He's going to create that, give the opportunity to everyone. Then he wants to create jobs in our area. He doesn't want to outsource these jobs. Let me tell you, the other person will be signing off. I forgot her name. A wannabe. But Governor Jerry Brown wants to make sure that those jobs are created here. Not only for working families, but when we look at public safety, our firefighters, our law enforcement officers, our operating engineers, and everyone else, he says, you know what? I'm not going to fire 40,000 public employees. I'm going to make sure they have a job because they stimulate the economy, they create jobs, they feed their families. He wants to do that. And we've got to make sure that he gets there. And when it comes to health, he wants to make sure that all of us, when President Obama did the health bill, Governor Jerry Brown wants to make sure that we take care of all of us, every individual, our children, our adults, our seniors. He's going to make sure that it's there. And who's going to do that? Jerry Brown! Who's going to do that? Jerry Brown! I can't hear you. Who's going to do that? That's right. And when it comes down, we can talk about the transportation issues, speed rail, and other areas that he's going to do a great job. But it's not going to happen unless we're all united. We all come together, because he's going to deal with comprehensive immigration to make sure he takes care of all of us as well in this country. All of us. He wants no division. And that's why when you look at his leadership in the past, and his staff, he's demonstrated his leadership because it has been reflective of what California looks like. Let me tell you, let me give you the next governor of the state of California, Jerry Brown. Bring him up.
You can hear it.
Sí se
Boy, you really
puede.
gotta eat this microphone to get the word out. Anyway,
Sí se puede.
hey, we're poised for victory on Tuesday. I can feel it. But more importantly, California has always been the leader. We're the leader in renewable energy. We're the leader in getting different groups to work together, and we're going to be the leader in showing people how we live within our means, but we protect our schools, we invest in our people. That's where we're going. So, really, I've made 3 points in this campaign: know-how, values, and experience, and vision. That's 4 points, actually. Know-how, you know, some people say if you don't know much, you can make a hell of a governor. I say you got to know what's going on. What are the skeletons up there? Where the bodies are buried? I know all that. I'm ready on day one to get this state government working together, Republicans and Democrats. And while we're here today as Democrats, enthusiastic, we know we can't make anything work unless we think also as Californians first. We got to bring everybody together to get the best out of our legislature, our people, and we can make the jobs. It's going to be tough for the next couple of years. This is not going to be easy. People have really screwed stuff up. And by the way, it's not who you think it is. It's those Wall Street folks, those mortgage bankers. And, you know, because of all the foreclosures and the unemployment. But pointing out who caused the mess, you know, that's okay. But going forward, it's pulling together. as Californians first. And my values are not to give a capital gains tax break to those who don't need it, but it's to invest in our schools and our colleges and make this thing work. And then finally, right here in Riverside, you have so much potential for renewable energy, solar and wind, and building the transmission lines and the geothermal. You know, there's a lot of oil in Texas, and there's a lot of natural gas, but there's a lot more sun in California. And we can capture it. Now, I just really appreciate your being here all huddled together like this. It's like a bunch of sardines here. But these are happy sardines. It's been a long campaign, and I feel humbled by all the support that I see. I've been up in Eureka this morning. I've been all over the state. I'm going to go to Los Angeles and then back to Oakland. And then Tuesday we wait for the results. And then, God willing, we got the real job ahead. But in order to make that happen, you got to get out the vote, and you got to elect all these other people like Chang over here. He knows how to keep care of the money. And I know the controller, even when we run out of money, he'll figure out a way to pay the bills. And that takes real magic.
Thank you, John.
And we need jobs. And I'll tell you, if we would meet the renewable energy commitment of California, 1/3 of our energy from renewable energy, that would be thousands, tens of thousands of jobs right here in Riverside and San Bernardino, because this is where the sun and the energy is. But in order to get that done, you got to build stuff. And you got to get through the regulations. Now, some people talk about cutting red tape. When I was mayor of Oakland, I ran a demolition derby against red tape. I got stuff going. We brought 10,000 people to live in downtown Oakland. And I cut some of the rules. In fact, some of the rules actually came from laws that I made as governor. And I can tell you this, the easiest problems to solve are the ones you first create. Now think about that. So we'll get rid of rules that are bad, but we'll also put in rules that we need. For example, on those mortgage scammers, they needed more rules, not less. And what's bad is that the people who made all this money, they still have a lot of it, where the people who bought the houses, they're out of luck. And I really feel bad about that. And I've tried to do things as governor, or rather as attorney general, and we brought lawsuits against Countrywide, and we're doing what we can. And if I am the next governor, I'm going to fight as hard as the corporations commissioner, as an advocate with our congressional delegation. There's still more to do to get mortgages modified. And of course, we got to get the money flowing. That's the way you get jobs. And whether it's bond money, local money, or money out of Washington, I'll look wherever I can and invest. That's why I'm for the high-speed rail. I want to build that stuff. Get people to work. And of course, being in Sacramento, we have to be a little frugal, but I know how to do that. I've run a very frugal campaign. I've shown in this campaign how you can be very successful and spend a lot less than the opposition. So it's not always just money. It also takes brains, and it takes a little bit of luck, and it takes a lot of people pulling together. And this group here, all of you crowded together, it's a sign of solidarity. It's a sign that together we have much more power than if we're separate. So going forward, we're going to have some tough decisions. And I know you in Riverside have to work with Republicans because you live all around them, in the middle of them. So sometimes we fight, and sometimes we cooperate. And it takes both. It really takes both. And when you get elected governor, you're the governor of all the people. But you don't get elected governor unless the Democrats go out and vote. So, please, do that. All right. They tell me, with all this heat here, I'm not supposed to talk too long. No, just, look. We can win, go out and vote, tell your neighbors to vote, and remember, we stand for something. We stand for the environment, we stand for jobs, we stand for everybody, not just the fancy people, not just those who are in power. but those who don't have so much power. And that's the whole point of the Democratic Party. It's the people's party. We want to include people. And just as a concluding thought, we look around and we see different countries not growing. Well, we are benefiting from the people who move out here, and they come to California because they see it as opportunity. As a matter of fact, wasn't that interesting that my opponent moved to California 30 years ago because she said the state was run so well and the governor was let's go out and win Tuesday, and then if we do win, we got a lot of hard work to do. Let's keep the excitement and the solidarity and the goodwill, and we'll pull together, and California will be the land of opportunity.